Hello, thank you for tuning in. My name is Larry Duncan Allen. This is No More One. Bye. Next time. I have an interesting topic tonight. A lot of people like talking about this type of subject, so you have to give the people what they want. Um, Many people have expressed a lot of concern about. I've been seeing a lot what they're saying, black men and black women, about reuniting with like two different entities. Just don't get along with each other anymore. And it's true. We're like two different entities. We walk down the street, treat each other like trash. Really, don't want to look at each other. Don't want to speak to each other, and it's fine with me because I'm not looking anyway. I'm talking about for those who are. It's really bad out there. And how did it get this way? We can start off in around the 1960s during the Civil Rights Movement. That's when black people really was in our heyday at our best. When we say, are we going to fix this problem between black men and women? No. Stop and think. Except for the Civil Rights Movement era, black people as a people, what have we ever fixed that was broken? Nothing. What have we really accomplished as a people since then? Not much. The 60s and 70s was our best time, and we blew it after that. Well, let's look at what caused this. Black women started getting welfare. A lot of people say that caused, but I don't think that was really it. It may have been a part of the problem. A lot of them, they said they had to put the man out the house. They chose welfare to put the man out the house, but it wasn't that simple. Many of those men were taking care home. You say, well, why did she have to get on welfare if he was taking care home? He was. You know what they were doing? They was using the system to their advantage. Did she get a place, get food stamps? And by the way, welfare wasn't made for black people. Black people couldn't get it when it first started. Black people had to sue to get it. It's made for white people. Anything that benefit people in this nation is made for white people, not black people. You see what happened was the man would be there, he would sneak there, but they kind of played the system. What black men and women did was they she get the at the time they didn't have Section 8. She get a place through the housing authority. They don't pay any rent, but the man has a job. They saved money, and the next thing you know, they bought a house. That's what helped a lot of people, black people, to come up. But a lot of people try to talk about how welfare ruined the black community. Now, it helped in many ways. That's how a lot of black people made it. Got home, bought homes. They saved that money while they was living free off the government. They had a man there, just like most women they say are single now. They have they have a man in and out of there. May not be the same one, but they have one in and out of there. And he's not interested in him raising the children most of the time. But you have some good ones who do raise her children and he. But since welfare wasn't the fatal blow, what was? I want you to look at something. I want you to look at something real quick. Look at this. Let's see something here. Where is that at?
Why is black women one separate entity and black men are another separate entity? That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how any other race operates, but we're the only ones who operate like that and think it's functional. You feel me? I've said it before. Why do we get the label of strong, independent black woman? We don't hear that from nobody else. I've never heard strong, independent white woman, strong, independent Asian woman, strong, independent Latino woman, strong, independent Indian woman. I ain't never heard none of that. But we pride ourselves being strong, independent black women, as if independence is something that we should strive for as a people. Independence is death. Everybody needs somebody. And the reason why we're struggling in our households and our communities is because we think that there's something good about being independent. Black women need black men, and black men need black women.
Okay. I think that. Let me see what's going on. Okay. You know the welfare didn't cause this. She's talking about the strong, independent women. No other women does that. Well, what was it? Somebody had to cause the divide. You know what it was? Feminism. Black women started listening to all the feminists. It's cash up off my head. Black women started listening to all that feminist notion. And what happened was the white women who were the leader of the feminist movement, what they would do, they'll come to the meetings, they have all the meetings, and they listen to that stuff, and they'd go home. They didn't take that mess home with them. They went home and they were the wife to their husband and the mother to their kids. They went home to their family, the family person again. The black woman, she went home arguing and fussing with her man. You owe me this, you owe me that. Or something he didn't have nothing to do with because he didn't have the power to do those things. That was the white man doing that. Black man, see, white men used to say wouldn't even let women work. That's why they had to have the right to work bill. White men would say, I'm not gonna be embarrassed by my wife out there working, while black women were working all the time. They always did work. Voting, they talking about voting. Black men didn't stop black women from voting. He didn't have that authority. He wasn't giving you less pay for the same work. He didn't have that authority. Black men never stopped his wife from working because he back then it wasn't a woman, they had wives. He didn't stop her from working. So why would he catch the brunt of that and the man who's causing it go home to a happy home? White women didn't take that mess home, but black women did. In the 60s, black people still sort of worked together and into the 70s. The feminist movement had black women want to go off on their own. They wanted to run things, and the black men acted like some little simps and let them do it. The black men have built a big voting machine with Jesse Jackson, Andrew Young, Julian Bond, Roy Ennis. They operated through different organizations, CORE, NAACP, SLIC, um, the Urban League. They partnered with organizations. They would get that black vote out from the grounds level. They went and picked up people, took them to the polls. They did it from the ground roots level. They didn't try to do it off social media and off of emotion. Black women came along. They're running it. But see, black people, they're making gains in the 60s and 70s until the black woman took over and started dismantling everything because you didn't know what you was doing. Women aren't builders, men are. We build things. And now we just about don't even have that democratic, well, I wouldn't say democratic, but that black voting machine anymore. We were like a machine. Black people voted like a machine, but we don't have it anymore. As a matter of fact, we've been going down since black women been running things. We know we are population has decreased. We had 50 million people back in the 60s. We got what, 43 million now? Because right now the majority of black men are not even having children. Because although you're running after the same true men, that would happen when you allow women to pick men for themselves. That's why they used to pick a woman's husband for her. Then and see now, black men and black women are like two different entities. Listen to the average black man when he's talking. He talks about making accomplishments for black people. What does the average black woman talk about? Making accomplishment for black women and girls. If she make a mistake and mention black men, she say, but especially black women and girls. There have been times I've seen people on panels. They're all talking, and while they're talking, the the black woman would finally say something. They're talking about black people is black people that. What the black woman say? Black women or women. The black men never said nothing about black men. He said black people. Or any conversation. You all know I'm telling the truth. Women don't get mad. You're looking for a push, they get all puffed up in your feelings when somebody says something. You gotta learn how to take some criticism and start examining yourself. Because it's not what's going on is not gonna get fixed. Black men and black women are gonna become two different entities, and we're gonna eventually leave each other alone. That's what's gonna happen. We're not gonna fix nothing. We don't fix stuff like that. It would take generations to do it. We don't have that patience, and we don't have that time. And what's gonna happen is this: um, you're gonna keep on you treating black men like dirt because that's how you treat black men. You know? Do you know I can't even ask a black woman if I'm in the store? You know what such and such at, or I ask her for directions. Every time she'll walk by like she don't hear it, she'll over there somewhere. Or say them nasty, snappy way. White woman smiling, tell you where you at, talk nice to you. So if you continue to treat him bad, then he start making money and he start get around these women of other races who treats him so good, which he's not used to. Who do you think he's gonna get? Sometimes you have to examine yourself. He's not getting her because she's white, like you think, he or she's Asian or Latino or whatever. He's getting her because of the way she treats him. I remember when I was little, I used to hear when they used to see a black man with a white woman, oh, he is with her for nice treatment. And when I got old enough, I asked her, well, why come he didn't get with a black woman and get nice treatment? There used to be women saying that. He's just with her for nice treatment. I don't blame him. What are you supposed to do? Get with a black woman for bad treatment? You was admitting it yourself. You won't now, though. But see what the problem is, though. We we done fumbled this, and it's not gonna get any better. You know why? Because the women not going to admit to nothing. Right now, a lot of them angry at me right now, calling me names right now. Because anytime you tell women, black women about themselves, that's all they're going to do, get angry. And never get fixed. You'll be around here the next 100 years, still complaining about the same stuff. Because I'll tell you why. Black men can move on, you can't. Men of other races don't like you like that. You don't see them coming for you, do you? They took a poll, and each poll they take about the most desired men in the world, the white man and black man come in neck and neck. The white man comes in that high because he's seen as running the world. When you run something, he's more out there. But a lot of they was surprised that the black man make the poll because he's seen as on the bottom, and usually he shouldn't even be in the running. And not black men, foundational black men, the black men in the United States, not you Jamaicans and all of you. It was the black men in the United States. These were most of the women of other races desiring them. So a lot of black women desire white men, they just can't get them. Not for what they want them for. You can get them for the motel, just take you to the motel. That's about it. I'm not saying it to put anyone down. I'm just telling the truth. These white men and Arabs and now Latinos not coming after you all because they don't like you. You know how many black men have had to almost fight men on their jobs for insulting black women? Then he found out the black woman screwing the man and she walk away all locked up with him. And the black man just had to get in an argument with him about it because the way he was insulting black women. I've seen it many times. Then when you try to tell the black woman about, oh, you just jealous. So we just leave it alone. They but we can move on. You can't. And you know it. You know why? That's why you're dealing with black men. That's why you treat them like you do. Because when you're dealing with someone you really don't want, but you have to deal with them, you're not going to treat them very nice. You're not going to treat them nice. You go in the store. That's why the black woman, she gives you bad service because she has to wait on you and has to say something to you. She gonna say as little as she can because she's waiting on you, but she at the same time she wants you to know I don't really want to be bothered with you. You ain't coming there to be bothered with her. You come there to buy what you want. The only way she can make it nice is if it's some man who looks real good to her. Yeah, I'm talking about you tonight. Because I'm just gonna let you know it's not gonna get better. We've never fixed anything. We haven't made any gains since the 70s, since black women been running stuff. You've ruined this democratic machine that the black men built, trying to have elections off of emotions. That run you run Kamala thing like she didn't do it, but you are treating like a sister girl movement, making a big deal because she's a black woman. That's the worst thing you could have done. You disenfranchised a lot of people when you did that. I told people about that when Stacey Abrams was running. She's not gonna win. I don't care how many people they register to vote. Because they're making her race a big issue. And plus she's a plus size woman. I know white men not gonna vote for no big plus size black woman. And many white women won't. I would vote for her. Black men used to seeing fat black women. I would vote for her, but I wasn't down there. But black men used to have women. They're not. But see, the problem is the and it didn't work. She ran again for governor. Cause that dog that got down there, she should have beat him easily. She was the superior candidate. She ran again. The same thing. Black women treating her like a sister girl movement. There's this black woman, but you need to be quiet about that. See, when Obama ran, he kept it quiet about the black man thing. The only people talking about it, let white folks talk about it. Black folks didn't talk about it. You cannot win a national election off of emotion and because she's one of our sister girls and all that stuff. You have to have strategy. And part of your strategy should have been to not harp on her being a black woman. She wasn't running for president of the Deltas or black female sorority. She wasn't running for the chancellor at Spelman. She was running for president of the United States. We should have left that black woman thing alone. It turned a lot of black men off because black men was being left out of everything. But black men, the last polls show that black men still voted 87% for her. Black women voted 92. And that was in the normal range. But everyone made it seem like as though black men were just running off from Kamala and from the Democratic Party. You have to look at a lot of people. A lot of people do not like to be left out. It's like black men was actually being left out. But still voted 87%. The vote was actually up instead of down from the last time Trump ran. So what for the vote for the Democrat was up instead of down. But what happened was they said many black men may not vote for Kamala. Instead of them targeting him, they ignored the black man. When you looked at her rallies, you saw every demographic sitting behind her except the black man. They said there were a lot of black men in the audience. There should have been a black man sitting behind her. Trump had enough sense to have some paid stepping fetches behind him, whatever they were. He had plenty of black men behind him. Sometimes people go with who includes them. But Trump couldn't include me that much to make me vote for him. But black men still turned out for Kamala in the normal range. But see, black men have been dogged on everything though, no matter what he does. No matter what he does, he get dogged on. So our games from the 60s and 70s was wiped out when black men started letting women in on everything and doing stuff, which we never should have done. Black men got to quit barring down to these women. See, what the problem is, black men take a lot of women that other men don't take because, see, a lot of black men was raised by a woman. She talked to them any kind of way, bullied them. And that's why black women can get away with doing a lot of things to black men. And these black women I was talking about they were abused. If you check into it, she usually hits him first. And the statistics say black men are abused by black women, physically abused, at a much higher rate than black women are by black men. Because most black men don't hit black women. And when she knows you're not going to hit her, she going to wear your head out. And then when he hit her, he's an abuser. Then you wonder, well, why come this man's successful in this and he don't marry? Why should he? See, now, the men mostly married so he can have children, have a family, have a legacy. Now, he can have children without marrying you. Because you getting it up and you having babies with. Except the decent men, most of them don't even have children. You know half of black men don't even have children? Let me run this for you. There's a woman here talking about that. I think I'm gonna run that. Where is that at? Let me run this for that. I get this woman even talks about that.
When did y'all start hating black men so much? Like, when did that become a thing? I mean, All
Just
we
watch
hear
this.
all the time, all day long, is how much we can't stand black men. They're the worst things on earth. They're the worst fathers. They're the worst providers. They don't protect us. They don't love us. They don't care for us. They don't do this. It's like enough is enough. Because half the stuff that's being said is not even truthful. It's not even truthful. The one that gets me the most is how women say that black men, they all got kids. All of them got a bunch of kids. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because in the United States of America, black men, not even half have children. Less than half have children. So when we talk about that, that's a lie. They also say that black men are the worst fathers. That's a lie as well. We saw the stats. It came out and said that black fathers are the most involved fathers out of all race. The most involved fathers. So we're like, that's a lie, right? Another big misconception about us black men not protecting women, especially black women. You know how many black men are in prison right now for protecting a woman, a black woman at that, who probably put him in danger to protect her? I'm just over the black man hate train. And I just wish we as black women could be more respectful of black men, because we hate black men the most. Us, black women, we hate them the most. That's all we spit out. We can't talk about what anybody else hates black people. No, we as black women hate them the most. And that's the problem right there. Like, I'm over it. I really am.
Okay, even many women recognize this, that this problem is not going away. There's only one way that it may go away. Only one way is black men take back control of the black community. See, what happened with many black women during the 70s, they started affirmative action. Affirmative action didn't really benefit black people much. The only black people it benefited was women, black women. They were able to get jobs with the government, making pretty good money. And and the reason they were able to get it because they were a double minority, black and woman. So that was like killing two birds with one stone, and kind of left the black men out of there, even though the black men was still making more money, because black men could go get a job and make as much more money as a woman with her degree. So that caused us to got a lot of black women with big heads. Because see, men, see, we have to face the facts. Women and children and pets, women, children, and pets are loved. Men are tolerated by what they can produce and give someone. If a man's not giving a person something, they don't much want to be bothered with him. They don't need him for something. See, men never actually needed women. I don't think they needed a woman for is to have their children. Other than that, what does a man need a woman for? They're talking about making an artificial womb. So other than that, what did he need you for? Can't make no artificial seed. They'll get the egg from you. But see what happened is but see women are, like I said, women, children, and pets are loved. Men are tolerated by what they can do for someone. You took all that love talk you want to, because all that emotion not gonna last too long. After a while, all you gonna be caring about is what he's doing for you. You may have all them between the butterflies and all that in the beginning, but that's gonna go away. Then when that go away, you feel like, oh, I don't love him no more because you haven't evolved. You're still operating out of feelings. Marriage is not about no love and happiness and all that stuff. Nobody here to make you happy. You make little children who don't know any better happy. Keep them amused. I'm not trying to keep you amused. Grow up. And one of the other problems is that white supremacists control black women and they don't know it. Oh, I know y'all mad right now. I don't care. I can prove everything I say. You see, during slavery, when white men would rape the black women, what a lot of people don't want to talk about is that after a while, it got to the place that if massa or one of the white overseers or somebody wanted one of the black women to come sleep with him, it became a thing of honor. One of them wanted you, that means you was somebody, you was something. The other women would get in there, fix her up, bathe her, fix her up real nice, and send them on there. Ooh, he gonna give you a nice dress or something. And a lot of the runaway slave was not from the house slave; it was from those women pillow talking with massa and other slave drivers. Slave drivers, slave masters, whatever you call them. They were pillow talking with him. What's going on with them Negroes in that? Well, old Tobias, he's gonna run tomorrow night. Y'all don't want to talk about that, do you? Because it wasn't the house slaves. I don't care what Malcolm X said, because I disagree with a lot Malcolm X said anyway. The house slave was the one who helped a lot of the slaves escape. They knew how to read and write. They write passes for them to get through certain points. Let's say when the slaves, they were forbidden to get together in groups. A lot of them want to get together in groups and go pray. They go down somewhere to pray, and then the house slave up in the house would send messages. A lot of gospel songs was made by messages that they were sending. That's why a lot of them in gospel songs in slave English. They go down there, they pray, then she's singing a song, sending them a message, and saying why they down there, and she'll sing real loud out the window. I can't hear nobody pray. Pray down yonder on your knees. Pray to the Master if you please, because I can't hear nobody pray. And see, many times there was a gospel song made out of that. I can't hear nobody pray. Pray down yonder on your knees. Pray to the Master if you please, because I can't hear nobody pray. That was actually a signal to the other slaves. And so the house slaves, when the villain they made them out to be, they actually helped them with. Matter of fact, they found out now that there was a higher percentage of house slaves who escaped than field slaves because the field slaves were more indoctrinated than the house slaves. The house slave knew the terrain. They had been to town with masters and different people. They knew how to get around. They're the ones who told the field slaves how to get around. You can't take word of people like Malcolm X and all them not looking for yourself. If it's something that's important to you. Now, I don't research every little thing somebody say, except it be something important to me. But but that what happened. A lot of those women, and the reason I brought that up is because a lot of them was pillars. They became a thing of honor when Master wanted to sleep with one of the little girls, and it still carries over now. A white man can come in the room and just about get any woman he wants. He can look like a dweeb, a hayseed, and get the prettiest black woman he can find. But then they'll talk about the black man with the fat white woman, which they know that he gets more than fat women. He wouldn't be complaining. Well, most black men got fat black women. So, that's probably what he used to. Well, but look, they even back in the 1900s, black women would get with Ku Klux Klan leaders, members, white racists who killed black people and have babies with them. You know one thing I noticed about black men when they went to white with a white woman or another woman, they will not let that woman speak against black women. All of them that I have known. And a white woman would tell you that. But a black woman will get with a black white man and help talk against the black man, tell him how much she hate him. Every white guy I know, I got a lot of white friends. And each time they talk with the black woman, they say she talk about how much she hates black men. But we know that already. We tell by the way you look at us, the disdain you have us when you look at us. I had a white guy working with me, and he was in his truck. We were going to a church to film something, and I would I was getting some out of the truck. This black woman who's in the play, she was talking to him. She's all up in his face. Grubby looking white guy, old guy, wore the same clothes every day. She all up in his face. You ever notice when a black woman talking to a white man, how close she get to him? Gonna touch on him, some kind of touch his arm or something. And she all up on him like she gonna kiss him. Every time I came from around the truck, she backed up, put distance between about 8 feet. I went back to get something else out the truck. She did it again. I came back around, she did it again. So I didn't pay no mind. I'm used to black women doing stuff like that. And they tell me they hate you. Okay, the white guy. When you see a black woman with a white man, how does she look? I know y'all don't like this, but it's the truth. Does she have on weave, lashes, nails? She takes that stuff off for him. Black men been asking you to take it off. You feel like you don't have to do nothing for him. A black woman go natural when they get with a white man, a man of any other race, but you won't do it for a black man because you have no respect for black men, even though he haven't done nothing to you. Most of the stuff you say he's done, you lying anyway. If you have an idea of what you think a man should be in your mind, and if he's not that, he ain't nothing. Somebody care what you think. You don't care what he think. Right now, I saw it right now. Somebody post some on social media. I saw would say this a woman with natural hair. This is kind of hair that men like. You know what the women say? Don't nobody care what he like. Every post online, I read the comment. Don't nobody care what he like. We don't dress ourselves for them. We dress ourselves to feel good about ourselves, look good for ourselves, feel good for ourselves. Then marry and screw yourself. White women will they'll be out there exercise, they'll tell you, yeah, I want to look good for the men. I want to look good for my husband. Something like that. Black women tell me she doing it for herself. And she feel like the black man is not worthy of anything because you know why? Everything black men say we don't like are the things y'all boast about. So how can it be any resolve? It's, we're getting further and further apart and it's gonna go further. People like Vivica Fox saying, when you say black people, you're not talking about black women. Well, go on then. In one you'll see in one breath the black women saying they don't want black men, in the next breath, why come the black men not dating us? They're tired of you. Right now, if a black woman, she come and ask me for somebody, I straighten them out though. They can't come and ask you like a normal person. They're like they're ordering you or fussing at you to give them something. And I tell them, I don't know who the hell you think you talking to. If you gonna talk to me like that, I'll knock your teeth out. And they straighten up with me. I don't play that stuff. Because I don't talk to people in the kind of way, and they're not gonna talk to me in the kind of way. Or I just leave you alone. Don't have nothing else to do with you. But if a white woman come or any other woman come to you, could you please me hand me such and such and such? And then you take a black guy who didn't have anything, random kind of old women talking to him any kind of way. Then he get up and start making pretty good money, get around better class of women, get around some white women, they treat him all nice and kind. Do you wonder why he'd rather go on off with her? It's not because she's white, because of the way she's treating him. Maybe you get feminine, learn how to act like a woman, you can get him. You can get somebody worthwhile. See, weak beta men are attracted to masculine women. The strong, independent masculine women, they attract weak beta men. Masculine men, well-off men are attracted to feminine women. So keep on in your masculinity and keep on with your pookies and ray rays because that's what you're going to keep getting. And you're going to be complaining 100 years from now about the same thing. It's not going to get any better. No one's marrying you, and 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 Hector and Ken and all these men, they're not coming for you. Even the men from the islands are not. Y'all just going, most of you run down to Jamaica, keep running down to Jamaica just to get that itch scratched. You got to go all the way down there for that? If a man went all the way down there just to mess around with a woman, you be clowning him so? And see, a lot of you, oh, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to run this commercial. And I'm going to come back and tell you why most of y'all always accusing black men of being homosexuals when you know he's not. When you know black women have a higher rate of homosexuals than men, homosexual than men do. When I come back, I'm going to address that if y'all still here. Probably got mad. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Let me run this and oh yeah, really what I'm thinking about it. Now I'll be right back.
What's good, everybody? My name is Brandon Hunter, also known as OG Brando, and I am the founder formulator for the Origin of Greatness. In front of me, I have my products, the OG Hair Sheen, which is all-around great moisturizer, and then I have my hemp seed butter, which is all-around great moisturizer for the skin as well. If you have any questions about either of my products, please, you can find me at the Origin of Greatness on Instagram, the OG LLC on Facebook, and at our website at theog.net. And also be on the lookout for the OG in collab in connection with Tierra Speaks. You might just catch us, with some, we got a little collab going on. She got her thing with her self-care box, and so we got some things coming. But greatness is definitely on the way. Onward and upward.
Okay, I'm back. Hope you like that commercial. That stuff actually grows hair back. It grew my hair back on the top. I just like it is. I have too much trouble trying to have it hair. I just kind of like my hair like it is. But it actually grows your hair. I knew God's father. He was bald. He's got all his hair back on the top. Grew mine back up there, but I just don't let it grow out. I really let it be bald. I like it this way. It's trouble. But look, a lot of white women were attracted to black men. You wanna know where this homosexual stuff black women accusing black men of being homosexuals coming from? White men put that out there for white women. They say they're gonna make black the new gay. So that white women would stop messing with black men. But white women didn't pay any attention. Instead, black women picked it up and ran away with it because they didn't realize how much black women hate us. They love speaking against us. All day long they putting up pictures of black men in dresses and all that. Most of it's AI, but they look gotta search the internet and look for it. But see, the the things that black men say about black women, we don't have to go search the internet for it. You can just walk out your door and see it every day. Go to the mall, the store, and see just what we talk about every day. That's how you gauge things by the consensus of the majority. How many black men you see walking down the street with dresses on? But the majority of black women walk down the street looking like drag queens. That's what all that old hair and lashes and nails look like. They told you back in the 80s one day you was going to be looking that way. That you used to dress that way to get glamour shots. Now the women looking that way every day, sitting up at breakfast like that. That's why you see glamour shots went out of business. Because women looking like that every day. That wasn't a look for you to have every day. Have you seen the prom pictures of these girls in high school? They look like drag queens. Maybe that's why a lot of boys going by themselves and they have to go by themselves. I wouldn't take nobody to the prom looking like that. Wouldn't walk around down the street with them. But look, yeah, but that's where they came from. And you black women ran away with it because have you ever noticed something? Black women don't insult white men. You don't. Black women do not say negative stuff about white men. Only black men. And they can't stand you in numbers. Oh, but don't think because they have sex with you. Men can have sex with women they don't even like. Some of the biggest white supremacists and Ku Klux Klan would had black babies. So because a man have sex with you, that don't mean he like you. I want you. Look at them Arabs around here. All the black women they be smashing around here. You see them marrying them? I only know one Arab, or Arab as y'all call it. I only know one Arab who married a black woman. And he looked like was a mental patient because they talk about the kind of white women that black men marry. Look at those men. Y'all not marrying the cream, not married, but be with. You all don't get the cream of the crop either. Black women don't get the cream of the crop. Oh man, it's hearing aid ringing. I had to wear it tonight so I could hear. See, a lot of times I wasn't pronouncing my words. I couldn't really hear myself. That's why I wore these. But they oh yeah, was it? Oh yeah, you're not getting the cream of the crop of men. Do you know getting them hayseed dweeb looking men? If you notice on social media, you can see an old black man with a young black woman. You see how people will run him down, calling him a pedophile. He can't handle a real woman, all that stuff. While he's enjoying himself, and so is she. But then you see older white man with an even younger black woman. Oh, love know no age. She finally found her soulmate, true love. Dude, have you noticed black women only use the word soulmate and true love when it's a black woman with a white man, a man of another race, and most of the white men? That's the only time they use those phrases. But when it's a black man, you had nothing but negative stuff to say. And the black men do it too. You see, a lot of black men, a lot of these simps think just like y'all. Because you raised him, he thinks just like a woman. That's why a lot of them take all that abuse from you. He took it from his mom. Every time I see a black woman at the store, especially with her son, she's just talking to him any kind of way. And he's not doing nothing. And he just stands there and take it, sometimes green. Might need to knock mama out, keep that mess up. Oh, I know y'all don't like that. But mama gotta learn when people grow up, you can't keep treating them any kind of way. If it was daddy and he picked up something and hit him with it, you'd be laughing at that. You got to learn when these kids grow up, these boys grow up, you can't keep treating them like a little baby. Mama might get her butt whooped. You wouldn't care if he did something to daddy. Because see, men only cared for about what he can do for you. And women, children, and pets are loved. But when it's not going to get better, we may as well call it a split. And we've never repaired anything. We haven't made any gains since the 60s because the women been running stuff. And y'all usually run stuff in the ground. Look at what Black Lives Matters did. That wasn't an organization, it was just a slogan. What was their office at? Who was working with them? Did they partner with any other groups? No, they didn't. Because they was a slogan, but kind of scam artists too. See, because what they did was during the George Floyd incident, they collected. I heard one amount at 100 million, another one at 150 million dollars. And three black women, three black lesbians, three black homosexual women. I like to call them if they were homosexual. They started Black Lives Matter. Two of them had just got out of prison, but they back in there now because the other one, the third one, snitched on them, and she's still out. They use that money, bought mansions, Rolls Royces, and use that money for personal use. They spent it for personal use. And now two of them in prison right now. The third one snitched. I don't blame him. I wouldn't either. A lot, you know who goes to jail? Who stays out of jail? The one that snitched first. Because you don't, the others gonna snitch on you. So you may as well keep yourself out. He just snitched first before they could. But see what happened is every march was calling Black Lives Matter. Because if Black Lives Matter had anything to do with it or not. Because it was too unorganized. Like I say, women are not good at organization. You're good at going to college, getting something for yourself because you're selfish. But when it comes to organization and building, you gotta leave that to the men. You all don't do that very well. You run everything into the ground. Yep, you're running in the ground. I'm gonna play another commercial real quick and I'll be right back. You gotta stay with me. I know you may not like this. But you don't have to like it. Because you don't like it don't mean it's not true. Okay, because my nephew, he runs a car detailing business called Expertise Clean. You get him up on Facebook, Detail King IG on Facebook. He'll do you a good job. I want you to look at this video one more time that I showed earlier.
Why is black women one separate entity and black men are another separate entity? That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how any other race operates, but we're the only ones who operate like that and think it's functional. You feel me? I've said it before. Why do we get the label of strong, independent black woman? We don't hear that from nobody else. I've never heard strong, independent white woman, strong, independent Asian woman, strong, independent Latino woman, strong, independent Indian woman. I ain't never heard none of that. But we pride ourselves being strong, independent black women, as if independence is something that we should strive for as a people. Independence is death. Everybody needs somebody. And the reason why we're struggling in our households and our communities is because we think that there's something good about being independent. Black women need black men, and black men need black women.
When did y'all start hating black men so much? Like, when did that become a thing? I mean, all we hear all the time, all day long, is how much we can't stand black men. They're the worst things on earth. They're the worst fathers. They're the worst providers. They don't protect us. They don't love us. They don't care for us. They don't do this. It's like, enough is enough. Because half the stuff that's being said is not even truthful. It's not even truthful. The one that gets me the most is how women say that black men, they all got kids. All of them got a bunch of kids. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because in the United States of America, black men, not even half have children. Less than half have children. So when we talk about that, that's a lie. They also say that black men are the worst fathers. That's a lie as well. We saw the stats. It came out and said that black fathers are the most involved fathers out of all race, the most involved fathers. So we're like, that's a lie, right? Another big misconception about us black men not protecting women, especially black women. You know how many black men are in prison right now for protecting a woman, a black woman at that, who probably put him in danger to protect her? I'm just over the black man hate train, and I just wish we as black women could be more respectful of black men, because we hate black men the most. Us, black women, we hate them the most. That's all we spit out. We can't talk about what anybody else hates black people. No, we as black women hate them the most. And that's the problem right there. Like, I'm over it. I really am.
Did you hear what she said? What makes you think it's a black man's right? It's his obligation to protect you. You know who job it is to protect you? When you was at your father's house, your father, then your husband, or your brothers, when you was living in the house with your father and brother. It's not every man's uh, duty out here to protect you. What man's burden are you under? You're not under any man's burden. But when something goes wrong, you want to be his burden. You're strong, independent. Don't need a man till something goes wrong. Then you can just have your dial-up man come run. Somebody gonna come getting themselves hurt and killed dealing with you. See, you're no longer traditional women. You're big, you're masculine, you're aggressive. You go get yourselves in trouble, then think some man gonna come possibly get himself hurt or in trouble messing with you. You're no longer traditional, but you expect the men to remain traditional. You're not ladies, but you want men to be traditional gentlemen. And when the rules change for one person and another person is still abiding by the rules, that put them at a disadvantage. And I'm not going to be at a disadvantage messing with a bunch of hyenas. Stop all that fighting and carrying on that you're doing. Most of you talking about you need protection, you're going out here causing trouble or getting yourself into stuff. And I'm not getting you out of it. You can call me if you want to. I'm not videotaping it and I'm not watching it. Going on about my business. I don't like seeing fighting. Anyone else want to stand there and watch it, that's up to them. But I'm not doing nothing for you. You better learn how to behave yourself. Even women I know, I tell them. Some come up on you, somebody attacking you. Yeah, I'm all for you. You with me? But you better learn how to behave yourself instead of trouble. 'Cause I'm not going to be getting in a bunch of mess for you. Told you about a woman who's a friend of someone I know. She had an old guy. Her family kept trying to leave her alone. They fought all the time. She called her brothers over there. They go run. One day she called one of her brothers over. He came over there with his gun. The man shot her brother and killed him. Well, it was ruled self-defense because it was self-defense. But after that, about a month after the funeral, she turned around and married the man that killed her brother. And she was cause of the whole thing. A lot of men sitting in prison now, getting into some mess that a woman got him into. But it's not going to be me. If you want to get out there and fight, you're going to fight yourself, by yourself. Or you just going to get beat up. You women can stand out there and box all night, for all I care. Because I'm not getting in the middle of it. You men who want to do that, that's up to you. You want to get out there, get yourself hurt or thrown in jail, that's up to you. You just have to stay out of trouble. Men don't do no fighting nowadays. It's not much. It's the women doing most of the fighting, getting in all the trouble. Then get him in trouble. Now I don't see none of all that fighting in person. Now I know a lot of it on social media is fake and AI. Like I said before, them people hitting people in the face 25, 35, 25, 30 times. No swelling, no blood. See, they stage a lot of that stuff for lights. And some of it is AI. But a lot of it is some of it's real too. A lot of that stuff you all doing. And if you're gonna do that, don't expect any help from me. I don't get involved in that stuff, and I'm not gonna let someone else get me involved in it. I'm not no Pookie or Ray Ray. Y'all like that. They like that kind of stuff. Y'all need to learn to get past some Pookie. Y'all think that old hood stuff is masculine. Oh, look at all them tattoos he got. I never did like tattoos. And they look terrible on a woman to me. They want to get them fine, but I can't deal with a woman without a bunch of tattoos. That's just me, you know. She can get what she wants, you know. Some men like women with tattoos, but not a high level man. Anytime everything you do to disfigure yourself, you setting yourself off from a high value, high class man. They are usually more conservative in things. All the more nose rings and you know, no, the high level men don't go for that. You're gonna keep getting low level men and keep complaining. You see, all men now you just get the cheating phase. I'm gonna tell you why this is not gonna ever change. Black men and black women gonna keep being divided, and it's not gonna get solved. You be alone, just having babies because, like you're doing now, they'll get with you, have sex with you, make babies with you. Even the white men and the other men will do that. But it's getting to the place I almost don't nobody want black women for keeps anymore. because people tell you what they like and what they don't like, and you tell them to hell with them. You do whatever you want to do, and you see the results of it. Black man can't tell you he don't like something because you're gonna double down on it. If he say he don't, I don't like you wearing that pink hair. Oh, you're gonna make sure you keep wearing it in front of him. So all your bad behavior, you boast about it. You can't change because you're proud of your bad behavior. And I would, quite frankly, I don't care if you change personally. I don't care if you change or not. And most men don't. They see you as a jump off, pump and dump. That's basically what they're doing. You got to straighten up. But I don't. You won't though. There is no answer to it. Now you're gonna have some decent women out here, and they're gonna win. But the majority of you, you're gonna lose. Men not date, don't go on dates no more. You don't either. We gotta pay your light bill just to take you on a date. Who gonna do that? You say you're strong and independent, pay your own bills. Why you ain't looking for a man to pay your bills just to say hello to you? I don't pay bills where I live. So you ruined this. And it would take you to straighten, it would take women to straighten this up because men haven't done anything. It's been you. And you're not gonna do it because you think everything's his fault. Like right now, y'all cursing me now. He don't know what the F he talking about, all those stuff, because you don't like it. Whatever you don't like, you think it's wrong. Person can present you with all the facts. But because you don't like it, it's still wrong to you. Now, I don't care. I'm not interested in anyway. Maybe men that's interested in you would care. I don't care. I'm not interested anyway. 'Cause I moved on. And I hope the other brothers move on, be honest with you. Quit taking all this mess off your women. Leave you by yourself. I've seen some of the stuff you did to some of these guys. Nice guys. I told you this before. When you see a black man and black woman together, they're walking together. Watch his body language and hers. His gonna be more submissive. Hers gonna be dominant and masculine. And she just fussing. You see, she's fussing about something, and he's talking to her just as calmly. You simps got to cut that. That's why I got like this. You got these simps. Let these women talk to you in the kind of way you acting like the woman, letting her act like a man. I can't stand a masculine woman doing. I'll be feminine for the right man. No, you won't. You just be putting up an act. Because if you were feminine, you would have been feminine at 14. You've been feminine at 16. It's not something you take on. You grow up feminine. It's not something you put on and take off when you get ready. I don't know why women think you can put on a personality and take it off when you get ready. You this way for this man, you're that way for that man. That's a fake woman. You always talking about real, who's a real man, who's a real woman. That's fake. You faking it. And you can't, it's just so long you can fake it. You think a man was crazy if he said, I'll be masculine for the right woman. How crazy that sound? Either he's masculine or he's not. If you didn't grow up feminine, too late. You're not feminine. I'm about 20 years old, talking about, I'm going to put on my girly. Girly for what? You ain't no girl no more. I'm gonna start being feminine. No, you're not. You start putting up in that. I hear women say, I always talk about what way they act for. It depends on what a man does. Look, your personality should be your personality. I don't change according to what woman I'm with. I have my own personality. If hers don't fit with mine, I don't change my personality. I change her. I'm not no fussing loud person who want to fuss all the time. I get with a woman who want to fuss all the time. I got rid of her. I didn't change my personality. If you changing, you gotta act this way according to what man got, what man you with. You just a fake person. It's a fake woman. You ain't no real woman, as y'all would say about a man. I heard women say, I'm not saying it for me. I'm saying it for these younger guys, because I don't have these problems myself. Yeah, I left that long time ago. I don't have these problems myself. And see what happens is, if you get with this guy, well, I'll be a good woman depending on I gotta be with the right man. But what you're saying is that he gotta adjust to you. No, the woman's supposed to adjust to the man, not him adjusting to you. Now I don't mean change your personality. I'm talking about you say I'll clean up for the right man. You're supposed to do that anyway. Besides, most men clean up themselves. They're not worried. See, you all got to quit letting that social media stuff guide you. Most men not worried about you cooking and cleaning. Most people don't cook anyway. Then most men I know do their own cooking. Nobody worry about you cleaning. Anybody can clean up. Nobody worry about that kind of that's that social media stuff you all hear. Quit basing your life by what you're on social media. I want a place clean up, I clean it up. I don't wait on no woman to clean it up. I want to eat something, I go eat. That's why I heard black women, the only women I heard talking about who you feed first, just to get an argument going. The man or the children. Feed? I don't need no woman to feed me, I feed myself when I get ready. Feed me? I don't need nobody feeding me like I'm some little kid. Want something, I go in there and get it myself. I don't like other people fixing my food anyway. That's why I really don't like eating at restaurants much. Fix my own food. Cook it too. But you all messing up relationship over frivolous stuff. You're looking for trouble. If you mention black men, anything, a man to a black woman, they thinking about black men. And they're gonna jump to the negative. You thinking about getting married? Yeah, but I ain't gonna marry no man like this and like that. Who asking you to marry that kind of man? Why'd your mind even go there? You ask a man about getting married, he think about the kind of women he want, not what he don't want. That's why I say there's no women fit for marriage. Black men and black women are not gonna get further apart. We're gonna eventually stop dealing with each other. It's not gonna get better because we haven't fixed nothing since the 70s. Because the women don't think anything's wrong with them. They think everything's wrong with the man. So how can you fix somebody with something like that who gonna place all the blame on you? When you know it's them most of the time. Oh, he's a deadbeat, but you see what that woman said, that's not what the statistics say. That's just what you all are saying. What you all call deadbeat is a man who want to see and take care of his kids, but you won't let him. And you knew he had a bunch of kids in the first place when you got with him. That same man you call a deadbeat won't take her home, leave you, go get with another woman, take care of her kids and the kids he had by her, and they live a good life together. Now, why come he couldn't do that with you, but can do that with her? That lets people know it was you, not him. I've heard some of you say he over there taking better care of that other woman's kid than he is his own. They live with him. Of course, you're gonna first gonna deal with more, help a person more when they live in the house with them. Y'all got everything back. But like I said, I'm not worried about it. You see y'all, cause see y'all haters. You picked up that white man's thing. He meant for the white women to say all black men are homosexual. But you black women picked it up. They weren't counting on that. But they still like it because they always say white man's best weapon against the black man is the black woman. And he's been using that weapon too. But I don't care. I don't fool with you anyway. I'm saying this so you get better for these guys coming up, which you won't though. I know I'm just flapping my gum because you're not going to though. You mad at what I'm saying right now? Cursing me out. Oh, he can't say nothing. He bald head. He can't say nothing. That's the kind of stuff y'all say. You attack a person with shame. What do they say? Shame, guilt, insult, and it needs to be right. You think if you could have a comeback and insult the person that's saying it, then what they say don't mean nothing. If I can kill the messenger, then the message don't mean nothing. We know all your little tricks, all your little deflections. I'm tired of you myself. You say, well, your mama black, your sister. I'm not dating my mama and my sisters and my kinfolk. That's for the men who they're dating to worry about, or who they're getting with, who they're gonna marry. That's for them to worry about, not me. That's a stupid remark to make. You think everything, and you have to quit thinking everything that you say is a fact. It's you saying that. I hear women say all the time, yeah, I may be fat, but he ugly. I can lose weight. What can he do? That makes perfectly good sense to you all, done. I've seen a lot of women post that. You know what he can do? Go around people who don't think he's ugly. If you think he's ugly, don't mean everybody think he's ugly. You say, well, you can lose fat, you lose weight. See, there's no gauge on ugly. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. But there is ways to gauge being overweight. You say, well, you can lose weight. Well, have you? Anybody can sit and talk about what they can do. But the thing is, you got to want to do better with people. You don't want to do better with black men. You don't even want to do better with them. And nobody else coming for you. These other men can't stand you. They ask us, how do y'all put up with that? Their code name behind your back is Cactus Coochie. They don't say Coochie because I kinky hair. They don't say Coochie though. They talk about you when you leave. Those men can't stand you. No, they get with you have sex with you. A white man can come here right now and just about run through every woman in the place. And he could look like Herman Munster because I know one that looks like that. He ran an organization here. The Lutheran Church had to kick him out because he had so many babies by black women here. He was knocking them out left and right. And he looked like Herman Munster. He was knocking out a lot of the professional women too. But yet, a black man got to be 6 feet tall, make six figures, and have more than 6 inches. White man can look like Jed Clampett. You had your baby by Pookie and Ray Ray. He was 5'6" and broke. But then when you get a decent man, he gotta be 6 feet tall, 6 figures, and more than 6 inches. Well, your baby daddy wasn't like that. What makes you think you can settle for the best last? That's backwards. And you don't settle for something better. You settle for something worse. You don't coming up is not settling. I mean, that's why you don't get those men. They're not gonna be bothered with you in their house. Put on all their weight, bad bottom babies put on all their weight. Those are the high level men not gonna deal with that. I'm gonna take a quick break and I'll be right back. I hope you all stay with me, don't get mad. Stay with me, but I gotta say this because we're failing and we're gonna fail. We're not gonna be saved from this. It's gonna get worse, and black men and black women are gonna eventually have to leave each other alone. And that's just the way it is. But we just about have already. And it's gonna get worse. The black man is gonna be able to move on. But these white women coming for him. I'm gonna tell you about that when I come back. But I'm gonna play this commercial for you. I'll be right.
What's good, everybody? My name is Brandon Hunter, also known as OG Brando, and I am the founder formulator for the Origin of Greatness. In front of me, I have my products, the OG Hair Sheen, which is all-around great moisturizer, and then I have my hemp seed butter, which is all-around great moisturizer for the skin as well. If you have any questions about either of my products, please, you can find me at the Origin of Greatness on Instagram, the OG LLC on Facebook, and at our website at theog.net. And also be on the lookout for the OG in collab in connection with Tierra Speaks. You might just catch us, with some. We got a little collab going on. She got her thing with her self-care box, and so we got some things coming. But greatness is definitely on the way. Onward and upward.
Okay, I'm back here. I don't like that close-up camera. Go back to this one. Maybe I don't need no two cameras. Yeah, but see, I wouldn't talk like this if I saw some hope. I know y'all not gonna hit my cash app tonight. Probably gonna stop looking at me. But see what happens is the white women they comes after black men. While y'all while the black women then talking against us and don't want them, they come. They said they had this study called, what they had about women study about African American men. And there was not one black woman in the class. White women, Asian women, all women they say they like black men and they wanna learn more about black men so they can get along better with them. Not one black woman in the class. They say, oh, we know these old N words. Nobody tell us about these old N words. Always negative. That's why you're losing on every front. You're losing with black men and you're losing with these other men because they don't want you. They say that the majority of the black boys going into college, not the majority of them, about 30%, say they never dated a black girl before. And they ask, because the reason I'm saying is I heard someone else say it. And I go look this up before I say it. They told him, they asked him, say, why you don't date black girls? Don't you like them? He said, yeah, we like them. Don't you think they're pretty? They said, yeah, we think they're pretty. They asked, well, why come you don't date them? You know what they said? Because they're mean. No matter how nice you are to them, they still mean. And it's true. I see guys when I go to the store, I don't even bother with these women. I heard guys say stuff to them trying to be nice. You gotta see how mean those women act towards them. Or bubble every one of them Mexicans or white guys say something to one of them Arabs, say something to them, you gotta see them glow up. And they're not thinking about you. They may want to take you to the motel that night. Because I've been around the white guys, when they talk to a black woman, the way he talked to you and the way he talked to a white woman is completely different. He talked to you like he's trying to hook up. He talked to the white woman like she's a lady, sweet and gentle flower. He talked to you like he's going to hook up with you, and you fall for it too. They don't like you. Black man is all you got, and you're just about to lost him. At least these ones. You're gonna still be able to get some cookies and Ray Rays and a lot of beta males. But you're getting that already now. That's why you're complaining about men. You can't get the upper level black men. Most of you. You can't get them. He don't want to be bothered with you. Even the upper level black women can't get them. Well, I can't call them upper level. The black women, they make money to come. A lot of time when the black women, they complain about. Let me watch this a second. I have to go and get some.
Why is black women one separate entity and black men are another separate entity? That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how any other race operates, but we're the only ones who operate like that and think it's functional. You feel me? I've said it before. Why do we get the label of strong, independent black woman? We don't hear that from nobody else. I've never heard strong, independent white woman, strong, independent Asian woman, strong, independent Latino woman, strong, independent Indian woman. I ain't never heard none of that. But we pride ourselves being strong, independent black women, as if independence is something that we should strive for as a people. Independence is death. Everybody needs somebody. And the reason why we're struggling in our households and our communities is because we think that there's something good about being independent. Black women need black men, and black men need black women.
Okay, I'm back. I had to run adjust something. But look, what was I talking about? Yeah, I just see myself. I just see this as a lost cause. I don't see black men and black women um, getting anything together with each other. We just, I don't think we can do it. I just don't think we can do it. We've never fixed anything like this before. We haven't been fixing anything since the 70s when black women took over stuff. And you all think you're supposed to run black men and boss them. And only people gonna let you do that is beta males who um who need you. Like I said, I knew something was wrong. I left that overhead light on, all that light shining down on my head shining. I knew that you're gonna get beta males and you're gonna be complaining about them. Man, I can hear myself a lot, but I don't wear these hearing aids off. Man, I don't wear them to church. I don't wear them out much, but a lot of times I notice when I look back at my videos, I wasn't pronouncing my words clearly because I really wasn't hearing myself talking very well. But look, you're gonna attract beta males with your behavior. He'll let you out and fuss at him. A man with something going for himself is not gonna let you out and fuss at him. Can't talk to him any kind of way. I had to leave women for that. Can't talk to me any kind of way. I don't have to argue and fuss with you. I just leave and don't come back. I'm gonna treat you right, and you're gonna have to treat me right. If not, one of us got to go. More likely it's going to be me. I really don't care who it is. Don't let anyone abuse you. And from what I've been seeing so far, it's been the women doing the abuse. And then when you get hit back, you talk about he abused. All he do is jump, hit that woman. They don't see all them scratches and hits on him. I say he getting up off of him. I'm not getting no scratches. I'm gonna knock her out as soon as you swing on. Don't have to swing on me, just get too hostile. Too small of a man to be sitting waiting on somebody to hit me. Yeah, and see, but look what I was talking about. Black men and black women, get ready. And we're gonna soon. We're already two different entities. We don't even really deal with each other that much. The black women caused this. It's gonna take you to fix it. Which I doubt if you're gonna do because you're too arrogant to do that. Like I say, a black man he talks about black people further than his people. Black women only talk about black women. During all these protests they had, I listened to them people talking. They say, well, they talk about all the disenfranchised people. They talked about the women, people of color, the homosexuals, the immigrants. They never mentioned black people. They just want us to help them. I saw black women talking. You know what those black women said? Women, people of color. They mentioned the homosexuals, the immigrants. The black women left black men completely out. Do you think black men would have left black women out? No. He would have said black people. You see how they separated the black man and black woman vote? When they talk about the Latino vote, they talk about the Latino vote or the white vote. Every time they talk about mention black, they say the black female, the black women vote, and the black men vote. When black women talk and they mention black people, the black women say, but black women and black then there's and black men. Why come you just can't say black people like we used to? You wanna go on by yourself, go on. We just started a new race of people with get that sandy red hair and that curly sandy red hair. We started a new race and let y'all go about y'all business. Y'all may get pumped and dumped, but that's all gonna be going. You may still have some babies from booty calls. They don't like y'all like that. No, I'm not talking about the few that do, not in numbers. Men are more race loyal than women. It seemed like black men did talk about black men because he had more interracial relationships. But black women have more interracial sexships. Y'all screwing more men of other races. You just don't be having relationships with him. They don't like y'all like that. If they did, black men wouldn't be able to get one of you. Y'all be with these other men. But y'all don't like black men, y'all hate us. Which I don't care. I hate you too. And I'm not talking about my relatives. I'm not dating them. They're not included. Just like you. When you say you hate black men, you're not talking about your daddy, your brothers, and all of them, and your relatives. You talking about the type of men you would want to get with. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about women. I would never. I'm not really worried about no women now, but I would never get with a black woman. I hate I ever did. And y'all know y'all feel that way about black men. Even though he haven't done nothing to you, it's been all you. Because you think if You got an idea of what you think a man should be, and if he's not that, he ain't nothing. But you don't tell him what to be. I was trying to change somebody. I had a woman one time, she had an ugly laugh. I couldn't stand the way she laughed. I didn't say I couldn't stand it, but I would just look away when she laughed. But I didn't say nothing because evidently that's the way she laughed. What am I trying to change her laugh for? But if that had been me, the woman would be telling me, oh, you need to stop laughing like that. I don't like the way you laugh. You need to stop laughing like that. Knowing good and well that's not going to happen. So it's just going to cause a rift between them. The man will go and just let you laugh your way. Woman try to stop you from laughing that way, knowing that's not going to happen. You won't let up the toilet seat. You won't let it down. Now I'm going to let down the toilet seat. You don't let it up. The toilet seat up, reach up there and let it down. What you got to argue about something that's trivial for? He got to let it up and down depending on what he going to do. You let it back up for him. Good thing everything got to be your way. I had a woman do it. You got to come let this toilet seat down. So I'm not coming let a damn thing down. You better get it, let it down yourself. You didn't let it up for me. But see, a lot of you guys get up and go, jump up and go let it down. And you usually your mama talking to you that way. Your sister's talking to you that day, and a household of women is bossing you around, telling you what to do. And you got used to being subservient. I could tell a lot of times when they had the kids out, going to games and different stuff. And I could tell a lot of the boys that get high school age, middle school age, the ones that was raised by their father, when you say something to him, I can't say all of them. You got some good boys that was raised by their mother only. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the majority. Most of them I could tell because the ones who was raised with their father, when you told him something, he listened to you. The ones that was raised with a woman, he almost want to challenge when a man say something to him. Then when used to taking orders from a man. Like I say, I'm not saying this for me because I ain't got no business here when I'm here worried about what kind of woman I'm gonna be with at my age. I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. People need to learn how to grow up, get more other interests in their life. But for these guys coming up, I don't see no hope for y'all. I'm gonna have to move on from these black women. Y'all not gonna get nowhere with them. I'm not. It's gonna be some. You can find them. You can find one good. I recommend that. But don't be around here with these hyenas running around here fighting all the time, talking to you in a kind of way, masculine. Leave that alone. They come that way because they know you're gonna take it. Gotta leave that kind of stuff alone. Leave them to their own devices and to themselves. And most of them gonna walk by you like you don't exist anyway. In the streets, in the stores, at church. The women in the church are no different. They act the same way. The majority of them gonna walk by you like they don't know you. Or like they never seen you before. And I don't bother trying to speak to folks who don't want to be bothered with me. You see these women don't want to be bothered with you, leave them alone. I see a lot of men out in the store. I'm trying to say something to those women talking to them so mean, no matter how nice she talks to them. And they know she's gonna do it. You that desperate to talk to a woman? Then you be standing there fidgeting like you trying to think I'm gonna say something to them. I ain't got nothing to say to you. But brothers, get yourself together. Go and find you a snow bunny, or Asian queen, or say one of those Latinos from ICE, or something. These black women not gonna do you no good. Then find you a good black woman if you can. I'm saying if you can't, you can find a nice black woman, get with her. If you can't, move on. You can. She can't. Not in numbers. And not be taken serious. I know those men do not like y'all. And they're diabolical. They have you thinking they do, and going back to their friends laughing at you. I know, I've seen it, and I've heard about it. And I say I got white friends, they told me about it. Some of their friends, you having sex with a black woman, come back on a cactus cooch, going back laughing, talking about it. She think she in love. But she's a joke to him. Well, I done held you up enough tonight. I ain't said to say this because I'm just saying this is this is a lost cause. I don't see any hope for black men and black women with each other. I just don't see any hope in it. I don't see any hope at all. So you can keep trying if you want to, but I recommend against it. Like I say, if you can find you a nice feminine black woman you can get along with, fine. That's the best thing to do. If you can't, then you move on. Don't mess with these masculine women. It's not naturally meant for women to be masculine. Well, we gotta be that way because you ain't gotta be that way. You raise your daughters up to be that way. You see little girls in grade school acting that way, like their mama did. You didn't have to turn masculine. Other women went through hard times. Black women went through hard times during slavery. They were feminine. This stuff started back in the 1970s. But really before then, black women been moving away from black men for a long time. Move on, then. I don't see no hope. Now I can get to this place. I don't even care really. But for those who could, try to find you a good black woman. You can't. Move on. You can. She can't. You can go and get them different men gonna rise up her body count while you go get you a nice wife. Oh well, that's all I'm gonna talk for tonight. I just wanted to say that's what I wanted to talk. So people always tell me you need to talk about relationships, and now you're not gonna like what I say. There's enough people talking about that. I've been talking about the political situation, the immigrants now. But the thing is, though, what I said that you wouldn't like what people wouldn't like what I say. 'Cause I don't care about no relationship with a black woman. I knew they wouldn't like what I say. You all may care, but I don't care. All day long clowning us all day long on social media, calling men homosexuals and all of that. You having babies by 16 to 18% of the same men. Most of you having babies by the same men. Knowing he got those other baby mamas, knowing how it's going to end. That's on you. You know about these men when they get with they cheating. Yeah, you all mess with the same men. Yeah, they going to seem like all men cheat. When the majority of black men don't even have babies. Because when he get up, he want to get him a woman. He can't get you because you already got a house full. You got more black women with children than black men with children at a much higher rate. Most of the black men got babies by different women. You got different baby mamas. Most of, but you can't build a society with just a small amount of men. I'm not talking about the men that's married, because 30% are married. Matter of fact, black men have a higher marriage rate than black women do. But I'm speaking of ones that's not married, because and then you know those men have a woman. See, black women, y'all don't, and most women, you all don't care about cheating. You just care about being cheated on, because you help that man cheat on his woman. Then when you get him, you mad when he cheat on you. Well, you know that's how you got him. I know all your little secrets, your little dirty stuff. I've seen it all. Yeah, you help him cheat. See, that's why the black population was at 50, headed towards 60% back in the 70s. I mean, 50 to going to about 60 million back in the 70s. Now we're down to 43. You cannot build a society without having families, husbands and wives, and with just a small amount of the men making all the babies. When the majority of men don't have any. You all talk that mess about I can't find a man with children because of the type of man you're dealing with. That shows what kind of woman you are. You deal with those low class men because you're low class. But women always think that they're on a higher level than what they're on. People deal with their kind of people. And you say I'm keep choosing wrong, no, you're choosing your kind of person. Now, if you really that stupid, keep choosing the wrong man. No, you choosing what you want. That's the kind of man you like. You just get angry when you have a bad outcome. Then you, after a while, you straighten yourself up, go get you another one. Because that's the level you're on. How can you get a better man when you're on a low level yourself? Even the black woman make a lot of money, still carry herself on that low level way. Still got on all the weaves, the lashes, the nails, making her six figures, then wonder why the high level men don't want her. He don't want you with all that. Just like he don't want the one in the projects with all that. He don't want you with all that. Well, I better let you go here tonight. I'm beginning to get a little sleepy myself. So but I just want to talk on this subject because I know people gonna say, well, we gonna need to solve it. We're not gonna solve nothing. What have we ever solved? Except for the civil rights movement era, black people haven't solved nothing. Because we were letting one woman run everything. And they don't know what they're doing. They ran things in the ground. And you are gonna keep letting them run it. You little wimps, you're gonna keep on letting them women. No other men gonna let them women run their stuff like that. But black men. And let these women cower you down. Talk to you any kind of way. And you take it. So you wanna keep being simps? Go right ahead. You wanna keep messing with them hyenas? Go right ahead. I suggest you move on. You can, most of them can't. Well, good night. Thank you for tuning in to No More Water Fire next time. Hope you tune in again. I hope you women tune in again too. There's someone put in a call in line. Cause I know you all don't like what I say, but you don't have to like it. It's the truth. I know you calling me all kind of things, but that's what y'all do. You ought to call names and talk facts. That's a deflection. Before I take it back, I add more to it. Well, good night. Thanks for tuning in to No More Water Fire next time. See you next time.